Hey there, coach, it's Carolin here. I'm coming to you live from the beautiful Bahamas. Today we're recording part 1 of our happiness episode, and I want to talk to you about the first few key ingredients to creating a truly happy life. Make sure you stay all the way until the end of the episode, because we will also talk about why many people look for happiness in all the wrong places, and I'll give you some insights from my own experience in chasing happiness and feeling happy. And my hope is that this will inspire you to look at your own life and your happiness in a whole new way. Before we get started, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified when new episodes drop every Wednesday. All about helping you go from passion to profit in your coaching business. What I want to talk to you about today is a very simple yet profound question, and that is, what makes you happy? We all are looking for happiness. We all want to feel good, and happiness to me is an emotion. It's a state of being and making the most of every single day. Now, over the last couple of years, I have been looking for happiness in some of the right places, but also in some of the wrong places. I've built an amazing career. I became a mom. I've built an amazing marriage. I have a great relationship. I also built an amazing business. I spoke on stages. I made great money. But there were ups and downs along the way, and I found myself enjoying moments in my life, but not being joyful and grateful and happy as much as I really wanted to. So that made me think, what makes us really happy, and how can we be happy more often? And can we actually control our happiness, and are there any hacks or key ingredients to happiness? So I looked back on my life and what makes me happy, and I pulled out certain key ingredients that make me happy, and I'm hoping that by sharing this with you, you'll be able to create a much more happy state of being for yourself as well. So what is happiness? Happiness depends, first of all, on your circumstances. It depends on your personality, your mindset, your culture, your religion, how you were brought up, and so many other factors. So what makes me happy may not necessarily make you happy. But what I know for sure is that many people are looking for happiness in the wrong places, and they're thinking about what they should be doing, what they must do, what people expect them to do. They live based on society's rules and expectations, and a lot of times those rules really don't apply to us. So the first thing I want you to think about is, what if you went from thinking I must, I should, I'm expected to thinking, what if I could? What if I had all these possibilities? What if I could open my mind to living a whole different life? And what if I let go of all these expectations and shifted to a life of more ease and more possibility? That really is the first step for you to shift from having pressure and living in a way that doesn't serve you to living in a way that does serve you a lot more. Have you heard about the happiness set point? Researchers have actually looked into people's levels of happiness, and especially those who are very successful. And there has been research done on people who won the lottery, and they looked at those people's levels of happiness, and they were very high when they won the lottery, but then over time, a year later, 2 years later, their happiness levels actually dropped back down to where they were before. And what does that tell us? I think it's such an interesting phenomenon. It really is all about not living from high to high. It's about living in the valleys and trying to lift those valleys so that you're not addicted to chasing goals and going after bigger and bigger successes in life, but you're actually able to enjoy the journey. So how do we enjoy the journey? What I want to do now is give you 8 key ingredients that I have found help me live a much more happy, joyful life, and that actually contributes to my own happiness and me creating happiness on purpose with intention every single day. Key ingredient number 1 is taking 100% responsibility. Before you can apply any of the other factors, you need to begin to take real responsibility for your happiness and stop expecting other people and other things and circumstances to make you happy. When I realized that, it was almost like this whole pressure came off of my shoulders, and I experienced real freedom because I realized that I have the power to experience happiness every single day, and it should not come from my husband making me happy, my kids making me happy, the money in my bank account, because those things come and go, and we only have the present moment. The past is gone and the future is unsure. So we need to live to really be in the present moment, and taking responsibility is step number one. People who don't take responsibility for their happiness are the ones who blame other people, who blame circumstances, who blame the economy and their spouses and their business partners and their colleagues and their friends for feeling unhappy. And that is a very sad existence, because then you can't control other people around you and the circumstances, so you are at the mercy of what's happening to you instead of actually consciously creating the existence and the state you want to be in. Key ingredient number 2 is radical self-love. We human beings are built for loving others and receiving love, but many people forget about loving themselves. And that's why you see so many people chasing money and success and things outside of themselves instead of really looking at themselves, and that's where they become very unhappy and very unsatisfied. I've experienced this myself, where I went from having nothing and coming to the country to having a career and building up wealth and having a business and building a team and having clients all over the world. But if I don't feel enough, I will always be chasing and looking for more. So to me, the real secret to success and love in general is loving other people, but most importantly, loving yourself and feeling enough, no matter what you have, no matter where you go, because you never know what's going to happen. But when you feel enough for yourself, you're able to enjoy the things that are coming to you so much more as well. Key ingredient number 3 is gratitude. What happens when you live in lack? Well, things are never good enough. You never have enough money, you never have enough love, you never have enough time, you're never ever thin enough. And so you're living in a life, in a state that's never good enough, and you're always longing for more and you're feeling unfulfilled. So gratitude is something you can easily incorporate into your daily ritual and feel grateful right now, and really prolong that feeling by thinking about what is good about your life and your surroundings and your situation right now. And there is always something you can feel grateful for. Just think about where you were a couple of years ago, maybe even 2 months ago, 6 months ago, and how far you have come. Even if you have made small improvements in your life, you are making improvements and you are moving forward, and there's always something for you to be grateful for. Key ingredient number 4 is to live grudge-free. This was a big lesson for me several years ago that saved my marriage, when I went from being full of anger and being full of blame to letting go and working with forgiveness and letting go of a lot of grudges I was holding. Now, I'm sure there are people out there who have hurt you. You've experienced unfair situations. Maybe something happened to you in the past and you're not willing to let that go. And we're not saying you need to pardon those people, but to me, holding a grudge is almost a negative charge against yourself. When you're holding a grudge, even though you might not be thinking about it all the time, it's a negative charge against yourself, and you're doing yourself a disservice because it prevents you from creativity. It prevents you from really truly experiencing happiness and being joyful and being grateful, because all you think about is how someone wronged you, or how someone is not supporting you, or what someone did to you in the past. Forgiveness doesn't always come easy, and I get it. It depends on what happened to you. And I'm not saying that you're pardoning people. You're not telling them that what they did to you or what happened to you is okay. What you're doing is you're cutting those ties. You're removing that negative charge that you're holding inside of your heart and your soul, so that you can look towards the things you really want to create. One thing that really helped me is understanding that hurt people, and removing myself from it and cutting those ties by understanding what made them do what they did. Why did they act that way? What happened to them in their childhood? Maybe somebody else hurt them. Maybe they were abused or wronged in the past, and that made them actually do what they did to me. So I remove myself from that by looking at them with empathy if I can. And forgiveness is a daily ritual, something you want to work on every single day. And with time, depending on how strong that is sitting inside of your heart and soul, you will be able to let go and experience forgiveness yourself. And now I want to hear from you. What can you do right now to create more happiness in your life? What resonated most with you in this episode? Let's have a conversation, and down below in the comments, let me know what you are doing right now to live your happiest life. And if building a true lifestyle business is on your vision board, maybe it's time for us to talk. I want to invite you to book in a coaching session with my coaching team to talk about where you are right now, where you want to go, and how we can help you make your dreams a reality. Go to carolinsoldo.com/book now to book in a consultation, and let's see what's possible for you. For the remaining 4 key ingredients, make sure you come back next week. And if you like this episode, make sure you give me a like below, leave me a comment, share it with your friends, and I can't wait to see you again. Thanks so much for watching, and take care. Do you want to build a successful online coaching business, but you're not sure how to get started, and you're scared of wasting time and money on the wrong steps? Let me be your coach and show you the right steps to quickly launch your business, attract the perfect clients, and multiply your income. To learn more, go to coachingbusinesstraining.com.